And we are live. Man, it has been a moment. We'll talk about that here in a moment. Gotta uh there we go. Probably throw on some music. Yeah. We'll throw on some stream beats, hi-fi, and down myself. Alright. Hopefully it's not. There we go. I like that a little bit better. Alright. 2 minutes of me futzing around with my audio stuff and whatnot. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing well. And yeah. Still got about 10-12 minutes left to kill. Should be enough time to kind of explain a bunch of shit. And one thing in particular, why I haven't done anything in what, 4 weeks? Like, dead ass. Have not done anything in 3 weeks. Yeah, thank you, Stream Elements. Thank you for telling me that my shit is working. So let's see. We're gonna open up the last live stream, September 28th. So, yeah, 3.5 weeks I haven't streamed for, and I apologize for that. I really do. I would tell you this now, burnout's a bitch. I have not had any interest of playing the game, playing any games. That fact, like, none of my games have been appealing for the last 4 weeks. Straight up. Like, Genshin Impact, yeah, fucking 3.1 dropped. I got hyped for it, and then the hype died immediately. Like, there's nothing that I was looking forward to within 3.1 other than the Archon quest, because I don't really care too much about the character stories unless they'll have a major impact to the overall story. You know, characters like Albedo, he's a major player. All the Archons, them getting character stories, that's important. Otherwise, bunch of characters I won't do the story for. At least not immediately, or have much of the same motivation for it. Anyways, I'm rambling. Reckon it is time that I do that. But yeah, last few weeks burnt right through hell and have not had any interest of doing really anything other than watch a little bit of anime and read manga. And that's actually kind of another thing that I can segue into. I've been reading some manga and watched a couple of different anime. let's go with the anime first that I've watched in the time that I have not shown my face on stream. Uh, Found myself watching Komi Can't Communicate is a fantastic anime. Can't wait for season 3 already. Like deadass binged all of it in about a week. All 24 episodes just gone in a week, so it's fantastic anime. Love it. And after, not even after watching anime, I actually read the manga first. I read the manga before I watched the anime, which is something I normally don't do. You know, I'll usually watch it before I read about it, because usually, like, if you watch something, right, the rule of thumb is that whatever you watch, whatever media you watch, it's going to be of a less quality than um the actual book, or you know or yeah, than the actual book. Prime example of that is like the Percy Jackson series. I've read through most of those books, and I could only watch the first movie, but even then it was not a faithful adaptation. On top of that, let's see. No, I don't have anything else to add. So, like, I picked up the Komi Can't Communicate manga and read all the way through that, all the way to about, I think, chapter 370? 371. Read all the way up to there. It was like, damn, this is a damn good manga. I wonder how the anime adaptation is. And it didn't disappoint. It stayed very faithful to the manga, and I have to make this as a note. I don't watch subtitles. I do the dub. Right? I only watch the dub of any anime that I do, and it can be very hit or miss with certain things because I know that the context can change because the dub is localized. Thankfully though, they haven't tried localizing the dub for Komi Can't Communicate, other than changing a few things. Like, it's very lightly localized. Like, in the manga, the character Najimi. Najimi is Najimi. We have no fucking clue what they are in terms of gender. It immediately switches, right? And in the anime, they're referred to as they or them, whatever. In the manga, they use he and she interchangeably on the, you know, on the flip of a coin, essentially. Sometimes they'll say, characters will say both he, she, whatever, to address Najimi, and I think it's absolutely hilarious in the manga. But in the anime, they change it to where it's just they, and it doesn't really change the context. It still works, But like an abhorrent example that my friends have shown me is like the original Sailor Moon animation. Apparently, there was a lesbian couple that had their relationship changed from lesbians to cousins. Yeah, they're cousins. Because in the 90s, the US would rather have cousin fuckers than lady fuckers. Lady fucking other ladies. I don't know. I'm so glad we're getting past that now. Like, there's so much shit that's going on. But yeah, I've been reading a bunch of manga, watching anime. I've picked up Spy X Family. Um, it's been all right. About 7 episodes in, 6 or 7 episodes in, and eh, it's okay. I don't know if it's because I'm not far enough into it, or if it's just my taste is not toward for the anime specifically. Because like, I mean, we're just gonna with how the plot itself is trying to push its like, with how the plot itself is being pushed. It's really, it feels somewhat forced, but at the same time it like completely makes sense, and I just like the the suspension or whatever is just not really hitting me that well. Like I don't know really how to describe why I don't care for it as much as I may have thought. Um and kind of off to the side, anime that my sister's been watching that I just been kind of catching little bits and pieces, but it's been an absolute riot to catch it. Has been Kaguya-sama, Love is War. That's hilarious. The dub on that goes hard. The narrator in particular makes it very good. I'm trying my best to stall for time. Jesus. See what's happening on Discord. By the way, I won't be able to see you guys talk or whatever while I'm checking Discord. I'd love to have like a third monitor, like up top here, right? That I could just um look up and check Discord or whatever, and then this will be my stream monitor. Like ideally, I'd have fucking 4 monitors up. No, that's a little overkill. But is it really overkill to be as efficient as possible? Who knows? Uh, got a couple more minutes. Last thing I'd like to mention, thank you all for getting me to 94 subscribers. Um, holy shit. Um, where do I begin? Uh, I I kind of want to save a bit of this fucking grandiose speech for, you know, later, you know, like a few months, you know, when the new year comes and rolls around. But this is about a year. We're about a year in since I decided to uh start with streaming Genshin Impact. We're gonna stop Spotify real quick there. But I started streaming Genshin Impact here about a year ago and have enjoyed every single bit of this game. And I didn't think that it would get as much traction as it did. And so far, with me sticking with Genshin Impact and kind of riding on the popularity wave that this game has, I'm totally not going to credit to my own skill because I'm not that great of an entertainer. At least I don't think I am. And I do things a very basic way. I don't try and go over the top. I don't try to one up anybody. Oh,
We've obtained documents
Oh,
proving
piss
that Carl
off.
Jr. is off.
Literally, I just want to watch a damn live stream.
Better during this version, and we've still got plenty of Sino coming
Let's
our
go.
way in the upcoming version too.
And I'm sure lots of travelers are super excited to see what version 3.2 has in store for us. So let's jump right in and start with our new version
Piss
trailer.
off, AMD.
Let's do it!
Alright.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. We have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by?
Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us.
Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. Yeah!
I was not expecting this music.
Hey!
What?
Make yourself at home! Yeah! But now doesn't seem to be
For
the
an
time
Archon,
to
her
indulge in
animations are
feeling.
fucking adorable. We have Layla.
Is it too late for an extension?
Your average college student.
Not now. Stars, shine for me.
And your hypostasis cube.
Luckily, there is
This will
still some
complete-
time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
So, you think this is over?
Wait. No. I can't.
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
The Balladeer has already become a god?
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of Wisdom.
Oh, that was Scaramouche talking.
At my command, you shall fall.
Damn.
My endless cycle begins. Your ploy
It
was
was
to
fucking
sacrifice
nasty.
the traveler here, was it not?
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I must admit that I'm a little scared. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hatham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Thank
Brothers,
you.
let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Quasar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
Creating a god. We are using human wisdom to create a god. Let us reenact the scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Alright, there's a lot there to unpack. So, okay. I'm going to be making a change after this stream. Alright. It'll be in relation to the fucking ads that I get because they're now absolutely fucking abhorrent. So yeah. I will be making a change to when I stream my live reaction of this because that just completely ruins not only my own viewing experience of the live stream, but it also I feel like it ruins your guys' viewing experience and it's annoying for me.
So, we've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
Yeah. After experiencing the
five.
Sub-Zerus Festival,
That's
Samsara,
it.
and surviving our journey through the desert, we'll finally get to the riveting end of the Sumeru Archon quest in version 3.2. Picking up right where we left off, the Traveler is teaming up with some amazing characters to face the Academia and rescue Sumeru's Archon. But I'm sure the first thing everyone's wondering is how we're going to save the Dendro Archon.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Nahida's been locked up by the doctor inside the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's not like we can just go walking in there. And on top of that, we're dealing with 2 of the Fatui Harbingers now. We've got the Balladeer in his super powerful looking boss form, as well as the doctor, who seems to be a real tricky one to predict. I'm not gonna lie, the Traveler really has his hands full with this one.
Yeah, definitely a tricky situation.
Totally. And besides these 2 Harbingers, we can be sure the Grand Sage will also be on his guard. But hey, with the help of 2 insiders like Sino and Alhaitham, we might just have a way into the Academia.
Well, as the General Mahamatra, Sino also has his own agenda. After being tracked and predicted by the Academia for all these years, this might just be his chance to settle the score.
And if we're hoping to truly save Sumeru, we'll definitely need the power of the Dendro Archon to help us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how everyone's hard work and coordination plays out.
And I don't know about you guys, but besides saving Nahida, I'm also curious how we're going to save Irminsul. Plus, we still don't know the meaning behind the words that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata left us. World, forget me.
Well, travelers will be able to personally unravel the answers to all these questions in their own journeys through version 3.2.
You know, I'm actually kind of
It'll
curious
probably
what the
be-
future for Sumeru will be once they get through all of this and, well, you know, what will happen to the crew.
It'll
we've been
probably
making
be a
along the way.
combination
Yeah, same.
of.
I just hope things will work out for everyone affected by
There you go.
Elzar, like Dunyarzad and Kale. Oh, and
It'll probably be a combination of the Archon quest and Nahida's story quest, where we'll see the
So be sure not to miss chapter 5 of the Archon quest.
purification
A month
of
the Culpa Flame Rising.
Irminsul
It'll be quite the ride, and I hope
and getting
everyone
it,
will enjoy it.
getting
And
Irminsul
of
healed.
course, the end of this quest won't be the end of everyone's journey in Sumeru. There are still many puzzles and mysteries waiting to be solved. Whether it's Lesser Lord Kusanali, the Doctor, or the Balladeer, I think there still might be lots of unexpected things waiting to be uncovered.
yes, it's gonna be awesome.
Okay, so now that we've talked about some of the storyline, maybe we can talk about that massive mechanical-looking puppet we've seen. That's the god that the Academia has been creating.
That's right. And now that you mentioned it, let's talk about the Balladeer boss battle.
Whew, this boss looks tough. The Doctor must have put a lot of his energy into this.
Yeah, the Balladeer has lots of strong and awesome looking abilities, so why don't we start by checking out some gameplay from the new boss battle?
Sounds good.
Woo!
Oh, I just remembered. New music. The fuck is that thing? Like, I genuinely don't know. What the fuck?
Wow, just look
This
at the
is
size of it.
crazy.
Pretty sure this boss is gonna push travelers to the limit.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that thing is huge. And come to think of it, this is like the third Fatui Harbinger boss battle we've had. They really keep stepping up the art and design every
That's
time.
right.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
We've had Tartaglia,
This is an
Senora,
ultra
and now
powerful
this.
puppet we're going up against here. So we're talking huge attacks and epic moves. Let's break it down a bit. In the first phase of the battle, the Balladeer will use his massive arms.
Don't
to
care.
attack. The arms are capable of utilizing different elemental powers.
I'll
and
figure out how
possess
to
abilities,
beat the boss when I get
including
there.
attacks that create fields
So-
of burning or freezing effects on the ground.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
This fight
I
kinda
gotta
reminds me of when we
mention
fight the
this
ruin guards.
before important shit happens. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch the Twitch streams anymore. This is now probably the third or fourth Twitch stream that I've watched, and the ads have been absolutely abhorrent, especially the fucking banners that pop up at the bottom of the screen. That is stupid. That is stupid. Mind you, I won't hide the fact that I used an ad blocker, but if you're going to force ads to be shown and not give me an option to close the ad window or whatever, it's stupid. So, yeah. I'll be watching the YouTube uploaded version of the live stream starting from here on out, essentially. Because if I'm just going to constantly get bombarded with ads, it's not worth it.
Characters coming in version 3.2. Let's welcome Lesser Lord Kusanali, aka Nahida.
Yay! Finally!
After everything we've experienced in the story so far, I think Nahida's already like a good friend to us. It's seriously so crazy what we've been through.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Zach. Okay, so throughout our journey, maybe everyone's already noticed some of the unique, yeah, let's call it that, unique metaphors that Nahida likes to use. And yeah, they can be pretty out there. Or sometimes she'll use really childlike language to describe some deep or profound idea. But the truth is, she has yet to set foot in the outside world since she was born. To her, all the knowledge that she has in her mind is like pieces of scenery that she's never seen with her own eyes.
Totally. It's really hard to imagine that the god of wisdom had been locked up for 500 years. Just makes me upset just thinking about it.
But I'm sure everything will work out sooner or later.
If travelers would like to spend more time with Nahida, then be sure to check out Nahida's story quest, Sapientia or Amastes chapter. The quest will be available upon completing the Sumeru Archon quest. So be sure to check out the quest to learn more.
It's nice that we'll get to spend more time with her, but I want to see Nahida in battle. What you got for us, Kimberly?
Oh, I've got lots to share. But before we get to that, let's have a quick peek at Nahida in action.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
Her animations are absolutely adorable.
Bro!
Can we, like,
The Temple of Wisdom!
middle finger this ad down here? It's struggling to load. Problem is that I can try to fucking refresh the page and it's just gonna pop up with a fucking ad that I have to sit through.
Wow. She's so cute!
Look at her!
I love her!
Aw, little Nahida is so cute. I love how she hops around when she's fighting. Oh, and her swing too. So, what's that skill that looks like she's using a viewfinder or something? That seems pretty different.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with her viewfinder-ish kind of skill, which is actually her elemental skill. As a Catalyst user, Nahida's combat style is pretty unique. You may cast her elemental skill by tapping the skill button, or you may hold the button to enter an aiming mode. Opponents who are selected while aiming will be linked by Nahida's special mark. After you trigger elemental reactions on opponents who are linked, and when they take damage from Dendro cores, Nahida will unleash Tri-Karma Purification, dealing Dendro damage.
Whoa, this is so cool. Yeah, I love how it's like connecting the enemies together.
Outside of combat, Nahida can use her elemental skill and enter the aiming mode we just mentioned to interact with certain harvestable items, allowing her to collect items directly to the inventory from a distance.
Whoa, wait. Being able to harvest materials like that is gonna be so cool. That'll really save us some time.
Yeah. This skill may also have some additional uses, so travelers will have to give it a try themselves and see.
Ooh, okay.
Nahida's elemental burst is where things get really interesting. Upon unleashing her burst, Nahida manifests the Court of Dreams, expanding a special field.
That's pretty amazing. The effect really does look like some royal court or palace.
Yeah, different effects will be
It's
produced based on
fucking
whether there
insane.
are Pyro, Electro, and Hydro characters in the party. While Nahida is within the special field,
That
a
AoE
Pyro
cover-
member in the party will
Ugh.
increase the damage of Tri-Karma Purification.
That AoE
An Electro party
coverage
member will
looks
decrease the intervals at which Tri-Karma
like it's
Purification is
bigger
triggered.
than
And a
Ganyu
Hydro
first.
party member will cause the
fucking
duration
massive.
of the field to be increased.
Hmm.
If there are at least 2 party members of the elemental types I just mentioned, then the effects will be increased further.
Whoa, this is blowing my mind right now. We'll really have to focus on which effects we want to achieve and put some thought into our team's composition.
Right? A key thing to remember is that these effects can be triggered while Nahida is not on the battlefield, as long as the active character remains in the special field radius.
Oh.
Nice. Also, in addition to Nahida, we have one other character joining us in version 3.2.
That's right. She's a very peculiar academia student. Her name is Layla. Most days, she looks super
Very
tired
cute.
and anxious, which seems to be a direct result of her relentless struggle with her studies.
Yeah, and not only is she frail and anxious looking, but she also studies astrology. So it's no wonder people around her might consider her a little strange and mysterious. And even though she's always groaning about her studies, most of Layla's research work is actually fine overall. It's just her lack of confidence that's really holding her back. And that's when her unusual ability comes into play.
And her ability is sleepwalking.
Yeah. While she is sleeping, Layla unleashes her true self, allowing her to regain the confidence she needs and activate the talents and strengths she's had all along. As soon as she starts sleepwalking, her unfinished papers no longer seem like the monumental tasks they were, and she completes them in no time.
This is definitely something only Layla can do. Our viewers shouldn't try to do this with their own homework. But does Layla have any idea what happens when she's sleepwalking? I mean, does she know that she has this ability?
She seems to be aware of it. The papers are obviously full of her handwriting, after all. But there have been some weird instances. For example, once during crunch time while researching, she sleepwalked and climbed the wall of Sawmill, and then randomly bumped into Candace. Such weird occurrences have made her start to wonder what's really going on.
And aside from her sleepwalking, just like any other student, Layla has many typical things that she hopes to achieve, as well as some regrets.
I would love
wants to be able to
see
make
how
friends
that
and
interaction went
go out,
between
have
Layla
fun.
and Candace.
But it seems like she'll never be able to do any of that until she graduates.
And actually, I'm guessing that she uses her sleepwalking abilities in combat too, right?
You bet. Let's have a look at Layla in combat.
Sweet.
Even when we're not looking up at the stars, they're always there.
A bunch of people are talking about her being just a different version of Diona.
My guiding stars!
Sleep.
Stars, shine for me!
Okay. I can see where they're coming from. I'm saying that she's a different version of Diona.
It almost looks like she's sleeping while being protected by the shield.
This shield not only protects Layla, but also creates night stars while it is active. When a character protected by the shield uses an elemental skill, more night stars will be created. Once 4 night stars have been accumulated, they will transform into homing shooting stars, dealing
That's
damage to any opponent's
pretty
hit.
interesting.
Ooh.
Ah, night stars. I love how her skills have a starry theme. It ties into her studies.
Yeah, throughout the skill's duration, each time a night star is accumulated, the shield strength will increase. This effect can stack up to a maximum of 4 times.
Whoa.
Layla's elemental burst unleashes a dream
Wonder what she
sphere
scales off
that
of.
constantly fires starlight slugs at opponents within its AoE, while also generating night stars for Layla's shield. As a talented Ratawa his student, Layla also comes in handy when crafting. When Layla crafts character talent materials, she has a set chance to receive double the product.
Ah, nice.
Sweet. Anyway, when can travelers expect to see these new characters available in-game?
Great question. That brings us to our new event wishes. In the early
The
part of
phase
version
2
3.2, Nahida and Yoimiya will be available.
badge.
In the later part of the version, we'll be seeing rerun event wishes for
Yaimiko
Yaimiko
and
and
Tartaglia.
Tartaglia, and Layla will become available for the first time. Also, a new 5-star weapon, 1,000 Floating Dreams, will be appearing in the new weapon event wish.
Oh, nice! By the way, I've heard that Layla's been getting ready recently to participate in Sumeru's Beast Tamer tournament. But before we get into that, I think it's time for us to take another break. We'll be back with the latest info on events coming in the version update.
So I know what you're thinking. It's time for redemption code. You guys get it?
Boo.
No. All right.
I know.
I have to go.
All right,
Grab
all
myself
right,
some
that's
more water. Water. Can't live without it.
Welcome back to the version 3.2
Ooh,
special
free Dory.
program, everyone. Next, we'll take a look at some of the new events for the coming update. An amazing fungus competition is about to begin in the lands of Sumeru. Not only has it attracted local competitors from Sumeru, but also spectators from other nations.
Fungus competition? How does that even work? Aren't fungi dangerous? They're always attacking us in the wild.
I know it sounds a little
Gonna
weird,
be fucking like
but
Pokemon.
you'll love it. In this contest, participants will use a special gadget called a Wisdom Orb to catch and
Don't
train
take
their
their own.
fungi and participate in battle events. Although the fungi often pose as little troublemakers for us in the wild, using this gadget will allow travelers to establish a certain level of communication with them.
Okay, so, if I catch and train a Jade Plume Terror Shroom, then I should be pretty much unstoppable, right?
Oh no, come on, that wouldn't be fair.
In this event, travelers will be able to sneak up on fungi in some certain areas to catch them. Unfortunately, the Jade Plume Terror Shroom is not one of those areas, Kimberly.
Aww.
If you end up startling them, they'll flee until they are outside a set distance.
After catching different kinds of fungi, you can follow Paimon's suggestion and give them cute names. But most importantly, you will have to train your fungi.
That sounds fun.
Travelers will have to
Lure
use
a
special
Pokemon
floral
event.
jelly ingredients to mix and form blends.
I'd
that
rather
your
look at
fungi
this
enjoy
than
and
have
unlock
to sit
their
through
true
this.
potential. While mixing ingredients, you use copy, switch, and rotate functions, and place a preset formula you have in the corresponding spot.
Aw, looks kind of like jelly. I bet Paimon's gonna be all over that.
This is gonna be interesting.
Well, I can tell why you didn't book that role.
And with all these different kinds of fungi, they should have different abilities, right?
Yeah, so to work on their abilities, we'll use something called the Special Training Mode. In this mode, there will be 2 challenge types. Coordinated
Literally
assaults and
Pokemon.
zone defense. Travelers will be able to command their fungi's abilities, have them coordinate their attacks against a single target, and control them to defend the Leyline Monolith.
Aw, they're so cute. This is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. As for the rewards, in addition to Primo Gems and various materials, once travelers have reached a certain phase of the event, they will also be able to summon the great and almighty merchant, Dory.
And Layla will be appearing in the event storyline, as well as a familiar visitor from another
Interesting.
nation. Any idea who it could be?
Actually, I
Supposedly
don't.
a fun guy.
Okay, I see what you did there. I respect it. Let's leave that for travelers to discover themselves in the event.
Come on, guys, fun guy.
Okay, next up
We
we
don't
have
get
a
it.
change of pace with an all-new Trials event. For this event, travelers will have to use characters' special abilities to complete specific objectives. For example, you may have to knock slimes into the goal by triggering an overloaded reaction with Yenfei's and Klee's attacks, or use Yelan's elemental skill to move quickly and dodge giant pinballs. Here are some others. Use Xiao's plunging attack to send platforms back to the ground,
World Cup
or use Beto's elemental skill to hit the ball.
This sounds like some pretty unusual training.
Yeah, and to make things
That
even more
seems like a
interesting,
ton of
this
fun.
event will support co-op gameplay.
Oh, this sounds like it'll be a lot of fun to watch. But what about objectives for characters that maybe we haven't unlocked yet?
No worries, we got you covered. All the corresponding characters will be provided as trial characters in the challenges.
Perfect.
Nice.
In addition to these events, version 3.2 will also feature an event for our players to put their skills to the test. This time, we'll have a new edition of the Hypostatic Symphony event.
Nice. So, what changes
Totally
can travelers
didn't
expect
want
this
this
time
one.
around?
The most notable change, of course, will be the addition of the new Dendro Hypostasis. That's right, the last member
I initially
of the
tried
Hypostasis
this when I
family
was
will be
around
officially
AR
landing
50.
in version 3.2. Besides serving as a new
This event
open-world
did
boss,
come
the
pretty
Dendro
early,
Hypostasis
so I
will
was
also be
relatively
busy
low level.
performing
None of my
alongside
characters
its
were
fellow
built.
Hypostases in the Hypostatic Symphony event.
This time around, travelers will be facing challenges featuring the Dendro, Cryo, Pyro, and Hydro Hypostases. Before each challenge, travelers may select a buff effect to use. However, as you increase the difficulty, the number of uses will decrease and the enemies will become more challenging. So it'll be super important for travelers to plan the right moment to use these effects.
So what options do we have once we run out of buffs?
Travelers will still be able to use food and potions from their inventory. If you're aiming to just collect all the Primogem rewards, then don't worry, you won't need to up the difficulty too much.
Okay, good to know. Whew.
I, for
want
one,
everything.
will definitely not be upping the difficulty. And just like before, you may tackle the challenges together with your friends once they have joined your world.
Great. We can help each other out.
Oh yeah.
Now that we've covered the challenge event, let's take a quick look at a couple more casual events coming our way in the new update. First, we'll be finding inspiration for an illustrator in the Outside the Canvas Inside the Lens event. And once again, we'll be working
had this
together with
event
Levin
before.
in Marvelous Merchandise. It's also worth mentioning here that some optimizations have been made for the photo event this time around. Everyone will be able to select from some preset angles and can make use of the rotate and focus functions to take better pictures.
That's great.
While you're out taking pictures, you may run into some interesting storylines along the way. So be sure not to miss Outside the Canvas
Neat.
Inside the Lens.
Man, I love these kinds of events. Sign me up.
Yeah, me too. In addition to all these new events, we also have some news on system-related updates and optimizations. I'm really excited about the first of these, which is regarding the Serenity Pot. Starting with version 3.2, the Serenity Pot will be adding the long-awaited replication system.
Wow, that's super amazing.
Yeah. This feature will allow travelers to use sharing codes to bring designs from other travelers' teapots and implement them in their own, or share their own teapot designs. I know there may be some travelers out there who have seen some amazing teapot designs that they've wanted to also create themselves, but didn't have the ability or time to make it. With this new function, travelers will be able to bring that creativity back to their own teapot or share their creativity with others.
Get ready to hit up your friends with amazing teapot skills.
Oh, I can't wait to see everyone sharing their designs, especially with me.
Which brings us to our final update to share with everyone. This one is regarding the game's available languages. Starting with version 3.3, which will be the update following this one, Genshin Impact will be adding Turkish and Italian to the game language settings. So, players who'd prefer to see the game's text and UI in those languages can look forward to that.
The team truly hopes that travelers from all over the world can enjoy the game and start their own journeys through the world of Teyvat.
For further details, please check Genshin Impact's official channels and keep an eye out for future announcements and info.
Wow, we've covered a ton of stuff. Seriously, it's a lot to take in.
For sure. So now is probably a great time for our last redemption code.
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right. events aren't looking too bad. And I'm more interested in the story content. Don't care much about the filler events. Sometimes the filler events can be great, sometimes they're just kind of mediocre. Kind of like the current Hayakun and Iki event that's going on. It's been rerun a few times, and I really like. It's kind of been meh for me every time, but it's just getting more mediocre because it's easy to get everything, and at the same time, it's like, well, we have these new reactions with the Dendro element, and my favorite of them are the
Well,
hyper
everyone,
blooms.
I think we've covered just about everything coming our way in version 3.2,
So it's
which
like,
means we've arrived at the end of our special program.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
no, we
quick.
covered a ton of stuff.
So much stuff.
Yeah.
But the
So many
Hayakun and
events
Iki
too,
event,
but the
it's a little.
The thing that I'm most excited about is, of course, Nahida playable character, Nahida playable character, Nahida playable character.
Obviously.
Biased.
Nice.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely the Balladeer. Dude, it looks so insane.
Yes!
I have no idea how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
Wait a
no,
minute.
For me, oh my gosh, so many things. Battling the Dendro hypostasis, and of
Seen
course
this before.
the fabulous fungus frenzy.
We're gonna
getting
have
my
a
little
pretty
fungi
long
and battling
quest,
with them.
guys.
And you know the teapot.
We're gonna
the
have a
Serenity
long
teapot, I'm
one.
so behind on my teapot, so I can't wait to
You gotta get on it.
hopefully get some designs from others, or at least get some inspiration from getting another teapot design.
And just
Well, not
as we
much fruit
mentioned earlier,
news.
even though the Sumeru Archon quest will be reaching its final chapter here, it most definitely won't be the end of our journey in Sumeru. In our story this time, we'll be encountering some interesting and mysterious content, and I hope it will be an amazing experience for all of our travelers. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon be with all of you.
See you in game, everyone. Bye.
See?
Oh, that was quick. All right. Well, that ends it essentially. Nope. All right. So that ends the live stream. It's going to be very interesting. Let's just say that. For the very least, not too much new content. Not very many new weapons. Only one new weapon. That's fine with me. I don't really go for weapons, though I might go for Nahida's signature. For simply how I've seen it look. Like, people are guessing that it's going to be insanely strong and could be a decent weapon for a character like Sucrose even. So, I'm very interested in that. I really don't have much else to say. Like as I said earlier in the stream before the official special program went live, I've been kind of burnt out. There's not much that I've wanted to do in the last few weeks. And I've just been kind of spending my time, watching a little bit of anime, but really reading a bunch of manga. And yeah, just really haven't been feeling like doing much of anything. I still haven't done the Sino quest. I still haven't done the Nilu quest. But yeah. I did go ahead and play through the Mondstadt event though. I kind of feel a little bad for not playing that on stream because it was a solid event. Especially the quest line. It was very interesting to see that and also very, very emotional. I'm not gonna lie, I was an emotional scene, emotional cutscene, but anyways, it's kind of rambling. 3.2 is looking like a pretty decent update. I can't wait for the Archon quest, the conclusion to the main Sumer storyline. Uh, the VAs were saying that it's not the complete end of our journey in Sumeru. Probably alluding to maybe some more Abyss stuff, you know. Kind of like how we've been going all over the place with Dainsliff. It could be more Dainsliff content. We know we love that man. We love seeing him in the game. And I just don't know. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. When it comes to the game, I do want to point out some channel stuff and potential future stuff. I don't know. But we'll just go right off the top of my mind. I want to first of all thank you guys for getting us to over 90 subscribers since the last time I streamed. It's been kind of crazy seeing that number just continuously grow the way it has, and I'm speechless. Like, thank you all for willing to subscribe to my channel. I don't really view the content that I produce to be that super high quality, but I at least give it, you know, some effort to make it look good, make it look presentable, and not necessarily suck. So thank you all for, you know, liking and subscribing to this channel. Like, I can't believe that the number is almost at 100. So maybe by the end of the week we could be at 100. I'm hoping that that'll be a pretty neat goal. And the funny coincidence is that my birthday just rolled past. It was on the 18th. So yeah, this has been a nice little birthday present you guys have given me, and I want to thank you for that. What else? Genshin Impact content on my channel, it's definitely going to continue. I just got to find myself to be in the mood to play, really. But I don't necessarily know when the next time I'm going to stream is. As I've said multiple times in this stream, I am not interested that much into gaming right now. I'm just literally hopping on, getting the primo gems, and then hopping immediately off, doing the absolute bare minimum of this game. So yeah. I really don't have much else to say. So let's just get this outro done and over with. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content from my channel. I really would appreciate it. Let's get to 100 subscribers by, say, the end of the month. You know, if we can get to 100 subscribers, that would be one hell of a fucking milestone. 100 people literally just willing to have me show up in your feed voluntarily. You know, It's crazy on how well my Genshin Impact content has been doing, and I can really only credit this game's popularity to allowing me to get this far. So thank you all for subscribing, and please, stick around. And also, if you all find yourself coming back on the regular to this channel, if that button is still red, please click it. I'm sounding desperate now. But yeah, like, subscribe, notification bell if you want. That way you guys get notified for every time I upload or go live. Down in the description below, there will be links to my buddies' channels, NGG Sonic and NGG Crispy. Without them, none of this really even be possible. So can't thank them enough. Go send them your support. Yeah. All I have to say. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.